I have a question.
Okay.
How do you feel about, or what would you do to try to help the neighborhoods outside of downtown become like redeveloped, revitalized? Because we see there's a lot of rebuilding going on downtown, but it appears that a lot of the neighborhoods are being neglected. So we got a lot of dilapidated buildings, a lot of homeless people sitting around. What is going to be done with that part? How do you feel about, or what can you do?
Well, connecting is really important, and that was, thank you for bringing that up, because there was a story I wanted to share with people where I was talking to a man who is working and trying to build his small business. He's a very talented graphic artist, and he did not know about the Small Business Development Center that's available for free, where people will give business advice to help him develop a successful business plan, to help him with his marketing. His talent is being a graphic artist. That's where we need to connect and collaborate with each other so that we can help each other thrive. And he never heard of the Small Business Development Center. So that's one of the things that I want to bring to Roanoke City, is that type of connection where we're out there, we can market the resources that are available here. Make sure that it's reaching everybody. Because I've been out there in the community a lot, and it seems that there's some places that are not being engaged. And there are some extremely talented people there just waiting to be connected with. And when they shine, we're going to have a lot of prosperity that helps us throughout the entire city. So that is something I'm very passionate about.
Some of the things you talk about, like workforce training and all that, is it a matter of throwing more money at it, or is it a matter of, like you say, connecting and making sure we're using current resources more efficiently?
What I've seen out there is that we have all the ingredients that are here, they're just not being connected. There's a lack of communication, and there's a lot of frustration that I've heard from people. And when we communicate and let each other know about the resources and availability here, I think that's when we're really going to see a lot of progress and a lot of prosperity come our way.
That's one other question. You've been a consultant for the Democratic Party. Do you feel it's your time that people should be supporting your candidacy?
I believe in my ability to earn people's votes. I'm not one who thinks that people should just stand in line and it's somebody's turn. That I'm going to work for every vote and make my case to the people of Roanoke, to all the people of Roanoke, that I will serve them well on City Council. Sure.
In the northwest area of Roanoke, Virginia, the Northwest Child Development Center was closed, the nursery. How are we going to connect with the city to help these those mothers to renew the Northwest Child Development Center, to get their children back in order, to have a place for their children to go?
I think that's a really important amenity for Northwest to have for the people who live there, for them to have access that's convenient for them. Yes, because that's one of the things that holds people down, is when their time is not being able to be spent usefully. So they don't want to take their children across town and then have to get to work. So I do want to work to make sure that whether it's Northwest or Southeast, all places in Roanoke, that the businesses or nonprofits, as the case may be, are getting the resources and support that they need to be successful to help the people. Absolutely.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
One other question. Dealing with transportation, we have found that it is, those who have jobs like on Orange Avenue in Salem, in Vinton, that live in Roanoke, we have a transportation issue because the bus line in Roanoke shuts down at 8 o'clock, and they don't have any transportation on the weekends. So you got families that are not able to go to work or to be able to take care of their kids because of transportation issues. So do you feel that by you coming to Roanoke City Council, will you try to address that issue in any kind of manner?
I think it's something that we very much need to look at as quickly as possible, because not only is it a disconnect for the families to have it shut down at 8 o'clock, and also not run at all on Sundays. That's right. Is looking at bringing manufacturing jobs here to Roanoke. If somebody's going to come here and set up a factory, whether it's actually within the city limits or near the city limits, they want to make sure that their workers can get there for 3 shifts a day, 7 days a week, because when they spend the money on setting up a factory, they want it to be used all the time. And I know that there are people here that would like to have those jobs, because those are good paying jobs, and that's what we need here.
What's your assessment of the, I guess, the overall direction of city government, where its focus has been, and where its energy has gone? Is that, do you see the need for a significant course correction, or something more in the order of tweaks to reach different quarters of the city?
I think that the direction we've been going has been positive, but I think we need to ramp it up. There are people who are waiting and are frustrated, like I said, and we need to connect them so that they're being useful. Their talents, when they don't get to use their talents, not only do their families suffer, but our entire city suffers by not having that talent shine. Okay?
I guess what I've heard a lot is, of what a lot of people want more from the city government is to distribute more resources out to the neighborhoods and not as much just all focused on downtown. Even though I love downtown and everything, but that's what I keep hearing a lot. So how do you feel about that?
I think that our neighborhoods deserve the investment so that they can thrive. It makes sense for the economy of the future that the small businesses are in the neighborhoods where people live, because that's going to affect their prosperity, having access to the child care that they need. It's going to affect their transportation costs. And small business is the engine for any economy. So we need to do that. And I don't see where every region of the city is being treated equally when it comes to that. So I feel very strongly about that.
Great.